Hey Brian, what's up?
What's up, George?
Nice to have you.
Yeah, good to be here. Excited to get started.
Yeah, that's it. Uh, okay, what is the idea here in the project? The idea here in the project is creating a account management system, right, for user purpose. And of course, we're using Ruby, by the way. And uh, we I write something here in my terminal uh, to to something that we can choose or not choose or use or not use to be a guidance for this project, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so first question. We will split this project in two small apps, one for backend, another for the front end. What's the pros, what's the cons? What do you think?
Well, having them split into two, thinking of pros at least, we know that we'll be able to have two separate environments for our front end and back end, which
Yeah,
means that each the we won't get mixed up in the pull requests and the different bug fixes that we make will be split up between the two repositories. It allows us to also have a better focus on each side. Being able to isolate front end issues to one repository and versus back end issues to the back end repository
yeah.
will help with debugging.
Okay, so first thing is split the project into two repos, one for backend and one for frontend. All right. Second question. Uh, Second question. What do you use in the backend? I vote for Ruby. If you're not to use Ruby, I just stop the project right now.
Yeah, I love Ruby on the back end.
Yeah,
The first reason being, of course, that it's the language I use the most in everyday work.
yeah,
It's elegant. It's very readable. Well, depending on the programmer, of course, but it is a lot more readable for any new developers that may come in on the project. It's Ruby makes it easy to pick up and understand what's going on with your application.
okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so Ruby
Ruby on the back end, Ruby and Rails.
Ruby on
Yeah.
Rails, version 7 or version 8?
Let's go ahead and use version 7. I don't think version 8 is in
Yeah, is in the beta, I think. Oh,
yeah, version 8 is just in beta, so we'll stick with 7. The
yeah,
most recent one I think is 7.1 point something. Um,
7.2 something. Yeah, but
okay.
Rails 7 it works.
Exactly. Yeah, Rails 7.
Okay.
Are we going to use what about for the database connected
Oh,
to the back end?
yeah. Postgres. What do you think?
Yeah. Postgres, obviously. Especially because we're building a money management app. Financial web apps are very often built with
Yeah,
Postgres. It pretty much covers like 90% of what you would need.
yeah. It's something that we can start it, and uh it's a hobby project right now. It's something that we are building together, right? And maybe we just think about we turn this project in something micro SaaS or other thinking the end of the project. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's right. That's a good idea.
yeah. Okay, so Postgres as a database connection and store the data. So question 4, front end. What do you use on the front end?
Um, well,
I
we're talking about splitting the project into two repos, right? So
Yeah,
So that means our Ruby app will be in API only mode, hopefully.
Yeah.
That'll
So
save us some complications there.
Ruby
Um,
Rails. So we use a Ruby Rails 7 just to create API backend
yep.
using JSON
JSON responses. Yep. It'll
responses. So in the end, we have just a REST
REST API.
API.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we have Angular
Yeah.
and we have React, and we have a Vue. Um,
There's many other options, but these were
yeah,
kind of the main ones that are often used with Rails, huh?
yeah. Because for Rails, it depends. You just communicate between REST APIs, just passing JSON for as the data for communication. I think that is not a problem.
Hmm.
But thinking about something that I read, something that maybe the guys that is watching this video can do a more research about it. But I think the Angular is a huge canon, uh, but sometimes you don't need all this stuff that Angulars uh, bring to you to develop, right? So it's something that uh, we I think that we can discard in this at this point.
Yeah, I would agree. We're not um we're not trying to have all the features and
Yeah,
all the bells and whistles in the app. We're going to keep it minimalist.
yeah,
And as we want to add more features to it, I'd like a I'd like the option. I wouldn't want an app that already has everything available. It becomes overwhelming.
yeah. So we have React and Vue. I read recently that Vue can render two or three times faster than React components because they handle the virtual DOM differently, you know. And I don't know. I'm pending to work with Vue.js just to okay, learning something new and sometimes how something that you have a background in front end React and okay, how we can do this on Vue. Um, maybe it's a a choice that you do right now. Maybe you can delay the project more or not, but I think that's the idea here is okay, show what we can do or show what we can most of the time we do, and sometimes you are learning something new. So
Exactly.
so
Yeah,
I think that we can create a front end using Vue. Uh,
I totally agree. I totally agree. I've already used React in the workplace
yeah,
as well as in some other side projects as well. When I was in school, we used React as well. So I think I don't know enough about Vue to say whether it's faster or slower. A quick Google says that it can be faster at rendering components, but it also will tell you that in larger applications, the difference is kind of negligible.
yeah,
So at the end of the day, though, I totally agree with what you said that it's nice to learn always nice to learn a new skill,
yeah,
especially in the web development world. You shouldn't be afraid of taking on new
yeah.
technologies. So because I've used React before, let's keep it fresh. Let's learn a new skill, and I say we use Vue. Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Okay, Vue. Uh, what we are using something um, like a CSS framework like Bootstrap, Tailwind, or something like that, or we can discuss more on the front end when we started the front end. What do you think? I think that we can discuss later.
I completely agree. I'll tell
Yeah,
you, um, we plan on building this app from back to front, right? We're going to build our back end, make sure that the JSON responses are really beautiful and efficient, and then
yeah,
we'll be moving on to the front end.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's something that I think we don't discuss before, but there's something that I thinking that maybe you can create just the first model on the back end, right? And do a response in JSON, okay? And after that, we can go to the front end and create the index page for this model. Uh, don't 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 thinking about the use styling the front end, just a pure HTML and get results and show the results on screen. And after that, we can discuss, okay, what do we be the UI from the user or something like that. What do you think? Just we are starting build a listing of the accounts, for example, and uh, we get the list of these accounts on the front end. We build the index page, and when and we are starting build it from the front end page, we can thinking the common components that we have in the app and to convert it into components, visual components that we can reuse because the simplest uh, is the better. So what
yeah,
I think,
absolutely. We don't want to try to design the whole app at once.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, just create a list because all the app have a list, right? So we create a common list that we can just switching between the content because the modules are different, right?
yeah, we'll have an index page, and then we'll be able to click into a show page just to show simple details.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
I
Something
like
that,
it. I
yeah,
I think it's the right idea to build it in plain HTML, and then what we could do is we could see what it looks like, maybe using a Tailwind, and
yeah,
then we could also try using Bootstrap or even Vuetify. I'm looking at a couple examples of what is used with Vue. So yeah, that's what we should do with the front end. Maybe when it comes to building that first index page, we'll split it up. One of us builds it using Tailwind, and the other one builds it using Bootstrap. What do you
yeah,
think?
yeah. We can do that, no problem. We can do this approach and see what is the best, what's the pros and cons, and say, okay, we start using
I think that's a great
yes,
idea.
yeah, yeah. Because I think I believe in this. I know that this is something that we start is like a startup approach. It's something a cycle development, right? So we have a cycle. Okay, we create a backend, create front end. What we can provoke and improve some front end, create some basic components. Okay, go back to the back end and create another model or create another feature. Go and back again to the front end. Okay, develop this feature for the user, and after that, we are creating something in cycles, right?
Exactly. In cycles, kind of like agile. I mean, we don't have to strictly follow
Yeah,
agile and scrum methodologies, but that iterative process is very nice.
yeah, yeah. Iterative process. Yeah, because all the industry uses this kind of approach,
Exactly. Yeah,
but
doing
the
things in sprints.
yeah, but the people lost in the meetings, forums, reunions.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to overwhelm it.
Yeah.
Too many meetings and too many reviews.
Okay. Something testing
Yes. Yeah, I'm glad that was going to be the next thing that I mentioned as well. Um,
the
we should have
backend.
testing.
We use, of course, a spec.
R spec, obviously. And since it's going to be an API only mode, we don't need Capybara, but yes,
Yeah.
Swagger will be beautiful. And I would suggest, I
Okay.
don't know, I don't know if you've heard of R Swag. It's a gem for,
Yeah. Yeah. Our swag.
yeah. So I mean, it is still Swagger, but it is just a nicer syntax for generating Swagger docs and API tests in the same file.
Our swagger. That's right.
Just R Swag, but yeah,
Swag.
that's the
Okay.
name of the gem at least is R Swag, and then yeah, that will create API docs for us,
Yeah.
our API tests.
Mhm. And then let the consumers of the platform can consult the requests and use in their products. Because in the end, it's a the microsets is something that we can develop and maybe another people wants. Okay, I like the way that working on the financials and stuff like that we can implement in our website. Okay, no worries. Just use these APIs and create your
Yeah,
own front end.
that's right. Yeah, that'll make it. I mean, the API docs will be important for that,
Yeah.
being able to share it with people as well as RSpec tests themselves work as a good documentation.
Uh, okay. So in the back end, you have here in the front end, we can use V-test.
V-test.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of V-test. Tell me about it.
It's a framework of test that works nicely with the uh, Vite Vite server, right? Uh, that allows to it's something like we have in the npm start server like that. So Vite is something more faster or uh, have more improvements, right? And vtest is something a new framework for testing on the front end or javascript tests because most of time the people use the ah, oh my god, I forget the jest, right?
Jest. Yeah, Jest. And also building on top of Jest, people will use Cypress as well.
Yeah, so in terms of use jest we can use vtest. The, there's something again, something new. That's something you can learn about it or not.
Awesome. Okay.
Or yeah, V-test. So in this case, use Vit. Right.
And
Um,
so this would be, is this how we would be doing our end-to-end tests then?
I think that we can do that on on some point of this project. So in this case, Cypress.
Yeah, Cypress could be used. I don't know if it can be used with V-test, but we could have Cypress as our
Yeah,
end-to-end testing. I guess E to E tests are kind of separate from like
yeah,
CI tests though. Right. So these V-test would be used for something that would run like on every pull request
yeah,
in the GitHub Actions or Travis CI or something.
yeah. So that's your okay. Something in the list. GitHub Actions on the back end and the front end.
Yeah, since we're hosting it on GitHub, we may as well
Yeah,
go ahead and use GitHub Actions too. We
yeah,
could link it to Cypress, or sorry, we could link it to Circle CI or Travis CI, but th they all work very similar. You create a YAML file that defines the steps, and then the runner executes those steps.
yeah. Okay. Cool, cool. So The more important.
The name of the project.
Yeah. Project name.
I like naming them after animals. That's what I would
Okay.
suggest. One moment. Yeah, maybe we can call it I don't know, something fun like wombat or t Tasmanian.
I think Wally.
Wally. I actually like that.
Yeah, because
It's kind of like a wallet app.
yeah, wallets. Where is my money? So where is Wally?
Yeah. We could
Yeah.
even add a .io to the end of it if we want to be trendy.
Yeah.
Wally. All these new websites have IO at the end.
uh, yeah, it's cool. Cool. All right.
Let's, let's
Uh okay. With that, okay, I think that I create I can run uh the Firefox. Okay, don't worry about it. It's I use an i3 on Linux, and I create right now the repo or the repos. So I think that I can do this. Yeah. Oh, no, a project, sorry. Repo. Create new repo. This repo name is Wally back.
maybe call it Wally Rails.
The Rails, right?
Yeah,
So
Rails backend. Yeah, I like it.
okay, git ignore.
Oh yeah, we should do a get ignore template for Rails.
Yeah. What is the license? I like BSD.
You don't want to just go with the basic MIT license?
Yeah,
I think that what the one you said is fine.
yeah. Okay.
Often I don't I haven't used this field very often.
Okay. No license right now.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's a fine way to do it.
Yeah, it's a public repo. Create a repo. Okay. Now we have the code here. Um, this routine, no is
If you go into insert mode,
yeah.
you can just paste if you're trying to yeah, there we go.
uh, okay. Okay. I open new terminal here, and I create this repo in my computer. So in computer, uh, I don't have development Wally develop Wally. Okay, git clone. Ah, Great. So, so okay, we don't have, oh, just have the git ignore anything. Okay, capybara, respect, SQL white, coverage, ba, 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 DMV file. Mm, I don't, I don't ignore that. Maybe the local.
Will we be using .n for credentials or
Yeah, because I thinking that we can run this project in Docker Compose. So we have the Docker Compose file on the we have Docker Compose running the backend in the Docker container, running a database in another container, and run the front end in another container.
gotcha. So they will all the containers will have their own environments then. We won't
Yeah,
need we won't need a
yeah,
file
yeah.
for that. I think that makes sense then. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, that way we're not committing to the GitHub repository.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's node modules. We don't have node modules in the backend, so
Yep, that's right. We don't need that.
JavaScript text, no.
We won't have anything from Yarn.
Uh, we can start it, keep that because I don't know. Um,
Oh, and you know one we should add is DS store. You know, in Mac,
yeah,
whenever you view something in the Finder, it opens up this DS store.
the DS store, and there is another way that you can see star dash star dash. I think something. Uh, let, let me see. I think that I have this git. I think that they have in another project. Just I think that I have this here. I think that I have this git ignore. Yeah, yes.
Ah, gotcha.
Dash dash. Yeah. So any file that maybe macOS try to create the will be ignored.
Yep, I get you. Because
Yeah,
that first line will just ignore it on the root of the repository.
yeah,
So that second line will ignore it in any folder in any file.
that's it. Yeah, okay. Could you comment out this rule if you are okay with the secrets being uploaded to the it's a public, no worries. We don't store any secrets. We don't use we use uh it's a public.
Yeah, it's public, so we want to be careful with our credentials for sure. Um, we probably won't even be, well, we still will need the master.key because that's how we connect to our database.
Yeah,
But we don't want to commit that to the repository, so I think those lines can stay. We need those.
yeah. All right. Okay, ready to go. Uh,
Awesome.
awesome. So, first things, Let me check here. I have the Ruby
Make sure
version.
it's in 3.3.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Then
And then,
this Rails.
yeah, let's see. Rails,
No.
gem command not found. Have you installed the, yeah, command gem not found?
Wow. Oh, I think it's RBF. We hash. No. RBF. Gem common not found. Oh, it's not looking good.
Yeah, that's strange. It's not picking up that you have Ruby on this system here. Oh,
Yeah.
even Ruby is not found. Is this a new computer?
Yeah, it's a no, it's not a new computer, but it's a new uh, install. We clean up
Hmm.
this old computer, install a new one. So, IBM install 3330. Oh, I have this version.
Ah, I see. We might have to run RBEM views or RBEM local, I mean, in your,
Yeah, global. Yeah.
yeah, we run RBEM global, or you could even CD into the Wally repository and you could set RBEM local. That way
Yeah.
it'll create a .ruby version
Yeah,
file that,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I forget it. Oh,
yeah, that's one of those things that you only do once when creating a repository and then
yeah. Okay.
almost never touch it again.
No, no worries. Need to be fast. I
Yeah,
think
it
that
doesn't take.
I think that we have just more 6 minutes. And so I installed the Ruby here and created the app, just the backbone.
Yep. Yeah, make sure you add the API only flag.
Yeah,
You want to check the documents to if you don't already know what the flag is. Um, but yeah, because if you run Rails new and you forget to do API only, there's no way to undo it. You have to,
yeah, you have to delete all these things and create a new one.
yep,
Yeah,
Rails new again. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, that's good. I mean, today I feel like we've made good progress. We've outlined what the architecture of our app is going to be.
yeah,
We've got the repository made, at least the backend repository made.
yeah. Don't forget, try to uh, ask me the permission to access the repo.
Yep, that was actually going to be the next thing that I said was for you
Yeah.
to invite me to it.
Okay. Well, let's do it right now.
Yeah, let's do that real quick.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Where is for the
Wally
Rails?
Rails.
Uh,
And
I think it's security. Secure advisors and policies.
I believe it's in settings.
Oh, settings.
Yeah,
Okay.
collaborators.
Yeah. Okay. Another auto code.
The world is just off code after off code nowadays.
Yeah. Oh, a friend of mine yesterday is entering in the loop of the out code to access the the email. Okay. Book repository is a book invisible for everyone. Okay. Access manager. Add people. Okay.
Oh, it's a B-GAN and it should pop up. GANN. There I am.
Yeah. The pretty face here.
That photo is like 2 years old and it's my profile picture everywhere.
Yeah, there's I have a friend of mine. It's a long term, and when I call in the phone, I ask, "Hello, is the pretty face house?"
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Okay. Ah, develop Wally, Wally Rails, PMF, global. Okay. Um, then list Rails. No. Então, gen install Rails 7.-1.
I think if you just do seven, it'll do the most recent
Yeah,
one in the seven branch.
Rails. There's a sign here.
Oh yeah, it might be an at sign. Or you know what? Let's just Google it really quick. That's the smart thing to do. Pim install specific version. You do dash V.
Yeah, dash V, right? Ah,
There it goes.
yeah. Oh,
Beautiful.
so Rails new dash dash help. Oh, a lot of. I think that. Yeah, means G
We definitely want
C dash dash API.
yeah, let's make sure we set it to skip mini test because we're going to be using
Yeah,
our
Rails.
spec.
Yeah, mean dash T dash G. Skip.
Dash G.
We don't need create Git GitHub.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, skip git.
Skip Git.
And then we're skipping mini test. Okay. We do
Yeah,
want active mailer. We do want active job. Action cable, yes. Where's the API only
there's
option?
here
Okay, perfect. Dash dash API.
dash dash
Cool.
API. And okay,
Um, yeah, we won't need a CSS flag. There should be a way to tell it that the database is going to be Postgres as well.
okay is dash D.
Or do that there, dash database equals, and then
Yeah. Oh, dash dash.
and then I believe we'll have to say PostgreSQL. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. PostgreSQL. Yeah. Okay. Do it.
Yeah. Let's get her done.
Yeah.
We've got less than a minute in the meeting here, but this is
Yeah.
a beautiful start.
Yeah.